to 30, I think MBA is the worst career decision that you can take right now. Like MBA is something that nobody should be doing right now. And the numbers are also becoming very, very, very clear. I think there are two things that are happening in India right now is that number of people who used to do an MBA about like 5 years ago was 4 lakh. That number is trending towards 2 lakh now. It's become half the number of people who are doing an MBA. The second is I think the quality of people who are applying to IIMs, the real good people are actually not applying because they don't need an MBA. In almost 3 to 4 years of their careers, they've already made it. And an MBA is not going to be able to give them any jump in their lives. So the ones who end up applying for an MBA are the people who could not do anything in the first 3-4 years of their lives. Anyway, coming back, I think another thing that I can put my money on is that in the next 5 years, the MBA is going to die. And
MBA as a degree is going to die.
It's going to like die, yes. And I'll tell you what, there is a few nuance to this. I mean, the statement is very sensational. But here's what I would say. If you think about an MBA, just like a degree, the job to be done, just like a degree, the job to be done there is pretty much the same. You're looking for a brand. You're looking for a jump in outcomes. Your salary is increasing. You're getting more exit outcomes. Exit options. You're getting a fantastic peer group. You're getting network. Now, again, if you think about it, will an IIM Ahmedabad keep giving this to you 5 years from now? Yes. Maybe the outcomes when it comes to skills will not be as many, but the brand remains, the alumni network remains, the peer group is still going to be solid because these are the creme de la creme who have been selected from the CAT. Massive curation. So IIM Ahmedabad is probably still going to be relevant, and it's going to be relevant as a brand name due to the curation that it provides to employers later on. Also, institutionally, there are a few firms whose business model depends on hiring people with brands. If you think about a McKinsey, Bain, BCG, the way they get contracts from ITC is by telling them, I've got 5 IIM Ahmedabad grads who I'm going to put on your project. So institutionally, they need brands. They are not going to, like a McKinsey or a Bain is never going to brag about a tier 1 plus MBA saying, yahan se maine ek MBA grad laya, wo aapke problems. Like, that's not going to work. But if you think about tier 1 plus MBAs, MBAs after colleges after IIM Ahmedabad, Bangalore, Calcutta, Lucknow ko le lo, Kozhikode ko le lo, Indore ko le lo, the baby IIMs for that matter. Like the baby IIMs when I'm hiring are literally anti-brands for me. I rather would not hire a person from a baby IIM and would rather hire a person who has worked in a startup for 3 years.
Instead of an MBA.
Instead of somebody who has spent the last 2 years learning nothing about the world of startups.
और 1 साल preparation किया.
1 साल career has forgotten how work happens. I hire that person. को 1 साल तो लगेगा to warm up and to actually start contributing to the organization. Because that person is from IIM. It's not any Blackie IIM. It's a random IIM. It's still at least going to expect a salary of what 18 to 20 lakhs. Why should I, do that? I would rather get a person who's worked in a startup for, 3 years, give that person a 15, 16 lakh salary. That person comes with no ego, has complete momentum, is younger because that person has not spent 2 years learning nothing. And also it kind of tells me that you're a person who's okay with mediocrity. You did not get IIM Blackies, so you settled for IIM Sambalpur or whatever. I don't want to pick on an IIM, but so it's literally like, it doesn't make sense. So when students come to me and tell me that, I've gotten into a, baby IIM and hence, I'm deciding now and I'm going to go to, I'm like, don't fool yourself. Like this is a horrible decision and you would rather not go there and work for a startup and really get the exposure of working really hard, build the right kind of skills, learn AI, work with founders, do sales, talk to customers, rather than just sitting in a classroom in somewhere. What is going to start happening is that the really large companies are going to cut their workforce by 80% because AI agents and AI automations are going to come in. At the same time, AI is going to make it stupidly easy to start new companies. So what is going to happen is that this 10 into 1000 equation is going to become a 1000 into 10 equation, where instead of there being 10 large companies that hire 1000 people each, there are going to be 1000 small companies that hire 10 people each. And now let's think about how does that change the skills landscape. Number one, MBAs are not required because we don't need managers now, because all companies have become, people who, companies which have 30 people, 100 people max, on an average, maybe 10 to 15 people, because all the work is being done by AI agents. And there's a human in the loop who's kind of orchestrating all of the work that AI is kind of doing, right? So the size of companies is going to go massively down. And at the same time, MNCs are not going to be hiring because they are already cutting down on all the fat that they've accumulated by hiring, a million people every single year. So they are going to cut it down slowly and steadily. Oracle can't fire 1 lakh people. I'll tell you what, Oracle could have fired 1 lakh people and their stock price would have only gone higher. I'll tell you about these cuts, about these job cuts. What, worries me a lot is that earlier when Oracle was facing trouble in business, they used to cut people and the stock price used to go up and profits used to go up. And that was fine because, the economy goes up, goes down. When it's down, sometimes people lose jobs. Here, Oracle is growing and is growing actually faster and is cutting people down. So it's not due to, cutting, it's not cutting losses due to which people are being fired. They are being fired just because AI is making them obsolete. Like they don't have a job in the company. And I feel that if people have not woken up due to everything that's happening in the world of MNCs right now, that I don't know what it's going to take for them to understand that jobs are not going to be left in MNCs. So the jobs are going to be in these 1,000 new companies that have come up. So the question then becomes that an